Hello and welcome back to That Average Joe podcast. Of course, I'm your host here, Joe, and today we're talking, will Saucy Santana be a star? Or some steps and strategies that he could take and things, or some things that are hindering him from being, bigger. Just because first of all, I love him. I love his energy. I think his personality is through the roof, and I'm wondering, what is it going to take for him to take it to that next level? And so I just sat down and, he's a part of the LGBTQ community. So that's, first things first, the music community, the music community isn't necessarily the most accepting, of people in that demographic, but that's not, not to say that they won't support. We see what has happened with Lil Nas X, but he kind of like snuck it in there. He had his hit, and then was like, "Oh, sorry, you guys." And then, they kind of had no choice but to embrace him. And then he's taken it and gone full on with it. And Saucy is his own person, and we've got to know him through his IG lives. We've gotten to know him through all his little nice sayings, and we've especially gotten to know him through his music. Which, Let Me See You Walk, Material Girls, like he's giving energy. He's giving bars. He's giving, cadence. He's giving just liveliness. And, even if he's, not the one to be in the front and center, just because maybe society and mainstream isn't going to want him to be the one to say those things, I think he has a great pen, and he can help a lot of other female up and coming, artists. I think he could do them some justice even. That could be, something that he does. I think he needs to elevate himself. I think at the point where he is now, he's gotten past just doing the little raunchy back in the club, the clubs and, the high school gyms and this little mama's backdoor basement occasions. Like, I think he superseded that. Granted, you need to, build your crowd, build your audience, and build your energy and understand and know what it takes to work a crowd and build a crowd and get your songs working. So I do appreciate your work ethic and work effort in doing that, because it does, that's the groundwork that you do need to put in that's going to make you really successful. But I do think you need to now elevate yourself and try to get connected into, being an opening act. What's really holding him back is that he's not able to get that CoSign from a male artist. I think, male artists and male producers and everything are shying away from him because of his personality, because of who he is, or they don't want to be associated with it. They don't want to get tagged in the shade room or, get called the sissy boy, whatever the case may be. They don't want to get associated with that. So male artists aren't giving him that nod. But I think that is what could really take him to the next level. If somebody just gives him that push, I don't know if it's a Lil Baby feature or a Drake feature or a Kanye feature, or just something that, gets people to no, he's okay. He's on our side. I'm going to co-sign. That could really do him some justice. I mean, also, too, if he had a machine behind him, if he had a team that supported him the same way, Quality Control. I'm even wondering why Quality Control hasn't, fully taken him under the wing, or maybe he's turned down that deal. But I think that could have been, that could be something, because, the same way that they were able to cultivate and get out and bring out the city girls is the same way I think that they could do for Saucy Santana. I do think he needs that label backing, because, and it's a respect to his grind too, that he's been out here putting out these mixtapes and doing all this just on his own strength and on his own accord, and the management team and everything, his independent team that he's been able to curate, and they were able to to do this. It's a lot to say. I just really wish that he could get a big backing and get a big support and really go mainstream and get other people to really vibe, because I don't know if you really heard his album or his mixtapes or his singles or his features. He is very much out here working, and he's very much giving lively energy in his bars and his bars and the songs are very catchy, and I give him a lot of credit, or I give the girls are supporting him. All the up and coming female rappers, Callie's on the album, Dream Doll, Light Skin Keisha, the City Girls, he's done a lot of songs. Mulatto, he's done so many songs with these girls. I'm so glad that they've given him that shot, and they've known that, hey, he is not one to be played with. Very much respectable, very much commendable. His style is through the roof. He is overweight, but his appearance, that doesn't necessarily matter. It doesn't, necessarily matter. People are kind of like weirded out with the beard. Then he wears makeup, has a fade. It's definitely a lot going on, but he very much embraces himself. And I think people will grow to love and accept him the way he is because he's unapologetically himself. And there's things like he's very much unapologetic himself. He's not going to shy or deviate, anything from that, which we have to love and respect. But I do need him to elevate it and put a little bit of production behind his next shows and I think that's what's gonna give him. I do think he maybe even needs like a little IG show and everything because we on his own, just because we know him so much as like kind of quote unquote a third city girl, because he was out with always out with Carisha and I'm with JT and I'm with the city girls and doing all those things. We really do need to see him in his own accord and how he runs things as his own boss and how he's creating and develop his own career, because he is his own person and he's not a third city girl, he's Saucy Santana. And we need to see a little bit more production. I think you might need to lay off the Chanel bags and the Gucci, Louis, Prada and everything, and maybe get your ballers and shot callers to really invest in your music. And I know they're probably, you're paying for the studio time, and I see, you have the nice answers, but I do think you could really elevate yourself, really, really dive deep and really invest in your music career, because I have like a lot of faith. I've just listened to your album, Keep It Play It, and it's really high energy, energetic, good features. The verses are awesome, the hooks are awesome, your breath control, everything is just it's really good work. It just needs to get to the next level. And I wish nothing but success for you, and I'm waiting to see what the next chapter and everything comes for you, and what 2020, because 2022 is gonna bring out of you, because you've really been just like slowly creeping up on us and impacting us. Walk came out, you had the IG live with all the IG lives with Carisha, getting on and getting a little bit of a CoSign with Nicki Minaj, and that was, I know, very huge for you to have one of your idols reach out to you. I know the conversation and everything was a little weary and all of that, but needless to say, just to even get that kind of acknowledgement, it's a lot to say. So I just, you got to just keep working on your craft, keep perfecting your craft, put a little bit of money in an investment, and just, wait for all the timing of the gods and everything to align, because I do think you could be really, something special, whether it's even in front of the scenes or whether it's even behind the scenes, because your pen game is crazy. Your delivery, your energy, if you can't do it, I feel like you could coach and direct somebody into being able to do it. I think you could, build and show like, girl, no, do it like this. And this is how you deliver the bars. And this is how you say it. This is the energy and the ambiance. And this is what you wear. I think you have that talent to even be able to do that. So I'm wishing you so much, success. I'm waiting to see what the new year is going to bring upon you. What is Shisha? And, very catchy song. Very, I'm hoping to see, you take things and you elevate yourself to the next level. Your dances, your TikTok dances are keep killing. You're really putting in that work, and you do have a nice, cool community behind you, and we're all waiting to see what happens next with Saucy Santana, even though I know you don't like that. But like, comment, and subscribe below. Let me know what you think. Is Santana gonna be a star, or do you think he's gonna keep it kind of in the circuit that he is in, just because the community in the world is not necessarily going to be accepting of someone like him? Or, do you think he has a chance to break the barriers and break the walls and be something, truly remarkable? I think it's going to be that. I think he's going to break through the barriers, be something that, we all just like, what? Who's that? Oh my God, that's Saucy. And it's be the first. So like, comment, subscribe below. Stay tuned for more.